The time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lies. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up above the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Yes, family. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Tuzera Menon. One perfect balance. All right, so we here. Greetings and welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. If we're not correct, feel free to correct us. So, yes, here's it. Monday, was it 17th of March already. I don't know if you can believe that, but it's crazy. We in March already. This year I've been marching for like all the other years. It just kind of happened. Just like that. Nevertheless, we here. Yeah, If I was supposed to be on Friday night, had a whole program lined up, and then in the middle of getting ready to go live, power was cut. Power was cut. Are we losing power? The power was cut. I don't even know if it wasn't the grid. It was the internet. So the internet was cut. You know, I don't know. I'm trying a new system here. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Give me a mic check. Give me a visual check. If you can see me, I'm using a whole different system. Like I had to go back today. Y'all remember the days we were on the ironing board with the 2 clothespins and the old cell phone? When we was pirating the Wi-Fi. You know, I kind of had to go back to the basics, man. So I'm here trying to think. I don't know. I don't really see exactly the way this ain't set up how it used to be set up. This is something a little different. So let me know if y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, put a comment, put something, thumbs up, something, put an emoji. Let me see if I get eyes in the sky here. Let me try to get online differently. Let me see what's going on. This might, I don't know. Let me know if y'all can see and hear me. I'm flying here in the dark now, so let me get this one correct. Yeah, this is definitely going to keep eyes on that. Okay. Get the volume going on. Okay, trying to think. There we go. Trying to think. Okay, I see it. I can't hear it though. But shout out to Bishop. I see you, hearing you loud and clear. All right, where it says sound quality not great. All right, well, tell me what about it is not so great. Let's see if we can improve it. Yeah, but it's just a temporary fix. Temporary fix. So trying something new for the first. Back to basics. Sometimes you got to go back to basics. If you all remember when we first started Politically Incorrect, it used to be 2 clothespins. This is one of them. I always kept it on the desk. The other one is here somewhere. 2 clothespins, the old cell phone, and the ironing board. I do have a picture of it, the setup somewhere. I gotta look for it and post it. Come a long way. But anyhow, the question is, are we losing power? Because I'm telling you, Friday program was ready to roll. And in the middle of the program, the power just got cut off. I'm like, wait, well, these people ain't playing. Nevertheless, we're trying to think here now. So let me see if I can try to finagle this. King Alfred, we see you. We see you. Greetings to you as well. And the whole Brooklynite family in the NYC. For sure. Greetings to you too, Maria. See you. Empress, I see you, family. Greetings. Where said sound quality not great. Yeah, Bishai said he was hearing it loud and clear. And Yaramin, shout out to Yaramin and the people in Yaramin. I'm here, but I got a habit now. I'm looking up at the actual screen where I would normally look. I'm operating right here on the tablet. But you know, y'all gonna get this pill tonight, man, for sure. Red or blue? I'm hearing all the way in Brooklyn. All right, good. Pedro, greetings, Pedro. I hope and you know Pedro. I got a little crackling and echo. All right, I might be able to fix that. There's an echo cancellation. If I go check in the microphone, hang on a second, audio. Echo cancellation. Let me see if I do this. Okay, I did some changes here now. Let me know how it's. Let me know how it sounds. Speakerphone. Not sure what that is. All right, I did some changes. Let me know. Jackie, yo, good to see you, family. Greetings to you too, all the way in NYC. Had a little static, but it clear enough to hear. Okay, my question is: are we losing power? Because I had some stuff. Look, I had a whole full program. I still have it. I still have it. But the links, I won't be able to get you all the links like I would have gotten on the system because I had them both on the phone to transfer. But there's one particular one I want to bring up, and I'm going to see how Mike can. I'll figure out how to get this on the program here, one or the other. But it's from the World Economic Forum. The link is from the World Economic Forum. Family, this is too important to miss. So I'm going to try to figure out. In fact, I just figured it out. I just figured out. I'm going to get this on here tonight. You got to see this. Y'all remember during that thing they call COVID? Y'all remember COVID-19? Yeah? I ain't forget it. Good night to you too, family. Greetings, greetings. GA is Georgia. That's what it is, man. I want you in the building, man. You're coming a long way. Good night to you, Beverly. We see you. Greetings to you too. Give thanks, give thanks. Wait, what's going on, family? The Coming Back to the whole Coming Back family. Greetings to everyone as well. Sean, what's going on, man? Yo, I late. You ain't late. We both late, man. I was here trying to figure out how you gonna get on. They cut me off on Friday. Won't let me come on Friday. Ready to go on launch, and as I go, the net down. It's like, okay, all right, that's how we doing this. Okay, no problem. Greetings to you too, family. Greetings, Rastafari. But was saying it's much better. Okay, yeah, I'm. See, we gonna improvise. We gonna hit the ground running. We gonna hit the ground running. I see that joint we did on Wednesday has gotten some traction clearly. So I already knew that was gonna cause some issues, man. I already know. Ain't like I don't know. I've been doing this long enough. I power up. I like it. I like it. I like it. But the question is, are we losing power? Y'all remember during COVID, prior to COVID, there was a scenario in a booklet called Lockstep. It was done by, I think, the Rothschild Foundation, Bill Gates, and a bunch of work in the Economic Forum. A bunch of other individuals did this scenario where they said they're going to have some pandemic. It's going to come out of some lab somewhere, infect the people. You're going to have to wear a mask, stand 6 feet away. I mean, the whole 9 yards, everything they said in COVID, this scenario outlined to come. Shortly thereafter, as fate would have it, we had what is called COVID, and it was from Wuhan. Well, they said Wuhan instead of wherever in the book it was, but the scenario was. But the point is, it was almost 99% identical to what they said was going to happen. That happened. You remember the train bombing in England? They were running an exercise, and what they said was going to happen happened. Remember the 9/11? They were running an exercise, and what they said was, happened. Okay, well, guess what? They recently dropped off some new stuff about this power grid going out. Been talking about it. A lot of folks been talking about it. The power grid going out to be the next pandemic. It's supposed to be some kind of cyborg or electric pandemic where things get shut down and it causes a ripple effect. Now I wanted to show you the link and stuff. And like I said, I just figured out how to transfer it. So I want to try something and see what happens. So tonight going to be kind of an ad hoc program in a sense. And let's see how we could best do this. Because we trying a thing, but we gonna figure out something, man. We ain't never scared. We gonna try and figure this out, man. Okay, so if I put this right here, yeah, put that right there. Okay, so I sent myself a link via the program. The only problem is I don't think I can access the link here somehow. I'm gonna figure this out, man. Don't worry. We're gonna figure this out one way or the other. One way or the other. Yeah. Figured it out kind of sort of. All right, so that's a link I just posted out on the comments. For those who are watching, the link is in the comments. Is a particular share I had here. I was looking at, and I was watching it. And when I saw it, I felt that I needed to share this with the family as soon as possible, because the idea It wasn't something that I came up with. This is literally straight off the World Economic Forum, completely off their site. So I wanted to reject optional. Okay, I wanted to share this with y'all, man. I'm gonna get it to you. Don't worry. One way or the other, I'm gonna get it to you. I'm gonna figure it out. So my thing though is, are we losing power? Because while we're being distracted with a lot of other stuff, not that stuff isn't relevant, because stuff is happening all over, not just Barbados, the Caribbean, and the world. Things are happening all over. So we know that. The thing, however, is that I don't know if we're paying attention to the things we should be paying attention to. And that's the thing. Because a lot of stuff is going on and we're looking in a particular direction. And in most cases, it's usually, the political thing. You got your Donald Trump, you got your Canada talking all this crazy stuff. You got, America, the Caribbean, Venezuela, Guyana. You got Ukraine, Russia, Palestinians, Israel, Iran, Pakistan, India. You got a lot of stuff going on. China, Taiwan. You got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of places. But are we paying attention to the grid? Now, here in Barbados, you notice all of a sudden that a lot of agricultural land is being converted to solar farms. A lot of solar farms going up all over Barbados. A lot of businesses got their entire roof outlined with panels, panels everywhere, panels. When they started talking about this pole energy thing in Barbados, going green, I suppose is what they meant, reducing carbon footprint, all this kind of language. The idea was that if you invest in these, solar panels on your house, you could eventually then feed this back into the grid. You could start to make money from the light and power. At least that's what it was marketed as. It was marketed as an idea and a way for you to actually be able to make money. Well, that's not what's going on. And what little I have heard, a lot of people have been complaining that. I think Light and Power made it clear sometime a couple of years ago. They said, "But look, hey, we ain't taking but so much from people anyhow." So again, if I'm not accurate, somebody please correct me. But I don't think Light and Power is taking all this excess power. The reason why I feel all these different grids are going up, because if it comes a time where Light and Power does shut down because of some international pandemic, they say it's supposed to be a virus in this particular pandemic thing they're talking about. It's a cyber pandemic. So there's supposed to be some virus that gets out all across the internet, and it is so dangerous as a virus that they have to shut certain devices down for a period of time in order to eradicate, I remember in quarantine, this virus. During which time, however, the internet or everything attached to that is shut off, including electricity and the different grids that are connected. Because guess what? Right now, they don't have to come to your house to turn your power off. Those meters give off. They're connected to Wi-Fi, from what I understand. They're connected and they can be controlled remotely from a location. Remember they did a thing where they changed out all these different meters, and we had what they call smart meters. Well, there's that word again, smart. Although we call it smart, the word smart is an acronym. Let me see who's doing their homework. If you never heard that, go look at what smart really means. We said smart TV, smart remote, smart watch, smart phone, smart car, whatever. That word smart isn't a word, it's an acronym. That actually has a meaning. But I know a lot of us, we've been sleeping on this job. We ain't been paying attention. So we've been watching reruns of Days of Our Lives. We ain't been watching Politically Incorrect. So a lot of us don't know. But this is stuff we would have talked about before. So we ain't gotta go over it. But I will tell you this much: do some homework. Oh, Marie says better as well. Okay, I working. Greetings from all the Clark family. Shout out to the Clark family for sure. Atlanta, Georgia, sound getting better. All right, all the way in ATL. Shout out to ATL, by the way. Shout out to Aubrey as well. Got to give Aubrey a shout out. You know how it goes, man. All the way in ATL. Good night, bro. You say lock on. Listen, let me ask you a question, Cammy. I only know one Cammy, though, I don't know if this is the Cammy I know. It would be interesting to see if this is the Cammy I know, but we're going to talk if it is. That'd be good. Long time no here. But do y'all remember the scenario? Man, hold on, man. Bear me, family. I got to get this to you. Let me look at this status here real quick. I know if I minimize that, it shouldn't be a problem. Bear in mind, like I said, I'm on the touch and go right now, and I'm okay. Here you go. I can work with this. I can work with this. I can work with this. Let me see here. How can I? Uh, if I go here and try to do this, Gmail. Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I am sorry. My apology. What was I thinking? There's an easy way to do this, man. There's a much easier way to do this. You see, I tell you, I give thanks to the ancestors, man. The ancestors do not let down. I just got a whisper in my ear. I just got directions on what to do, literally, and I'm going to do it. See, and if it works, but we know, man. It said to do that. It said to do this. Hang on, click on that. It said click on that. Bam, and hang on. See if I do that. See what happens now. I'm waiting to see what happens next. I'm waiting. Oh shucks, it worked. Okay, it worked. Oh man, I give thanks, man. I give thanks. I got y'all now, man. I got it covered. I listened, and I got direction. So I gonna get you the link just now, man. It's gonna be just bear me for a second. How does this work? No, I don't know if I do that. If I might lose you for a second, I might lose you for a second, just for a second, just for a second. Okay, okay. Let me know if you're still there. Let me know if you're still there, family. Let me know if you're still there. All right. Good evening to you too, family. We're running a test pilot tonight, man. Simulation event 201. Yeah, Pedro, I see that you remember that. You remembered it for sure. The thing got rolled back. We are slowly progressing into a dictatorship, and that is going to happen. They have been pushing people by buying generators here in here in Georgia, at the local gun shows. Really now, we already lost it. Wow, can we say we already lost power? I hope that in the case, man. Hold on, they have no batteries to store the energy. Well, how are you going to set up a whole system to receive something and not put that which you need to receive it in place? That don't make sense. It's like you import cars into an island, like on an island, but you ain't got no gas stations. How you mean you ain't got no gas? You import gasoline vehicles into an island and there's no gas stations. That don't make sense, man. Like that don't make sense at all. I can start fires, huh? You're telling me, man. Greetings. Apple iPhone shuts down a lot of things. Taiwan, I see you, family. Now, here's a question, family. Can y'all still see? Can y'all still hear me? Give me some feed forward. Let me know if you're still there. Let me know if you're still there, for sure. If you're still there, let me know. I'm going to get that link for you, like I said. Me and letting it go, man. We're not letting it go. So if I open this up here now, let's have a go and see. Okay. Okay, got it. Got it. Yes. All right, cool. We in business. So now I gotta go share this page. Like I said, I'm working on a whole different system here. I have no idea how this works, but we gonna get it done, man, because this is an absolute must. So let me see. Okay, here it is. I found it. Um, Wait a minute. Um, oh no, that's not it. Present image. No, normally I have a section where it says I could share screen. I'm not seeing that at all. I'm not seeing that at all. Mhm, mhm. Nah, not seeing it. Okay, okay. Well, if that didn't work, let's try something else. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. All right, I'm back. That was close. I definitely want to show this to you, man. So that's why I'm working on getting it to you somehow so you can see the screen. You gotta be able to see this, man. So I'm not going to give up on this. Man versus machine. So we ain't giving up. Hmm. We ain't not giving up at all. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hmm. I find it strange, but then again, I shouldn't, because I should know that once you start going down a certain realm, once you go down a certain realm, these are things that happen, and you gotta be able to adjust to it because it's going to happen. And the same thing we talk about: are we losing power? Is it the case that we are so hopelessly dependent on technology right now that in the absence of it, we lost and don't know how to function, how to get stuff done? We can no longer do things and organize ourselves accordingly. That can't work, man. So we got to be able to do, at least be able to manage ourselves accordingly. At least that's how I'm looking at it. Because imagine right now we here on a whole new system because the traditional Wi-Fi is down. We here pirating, and now as much as we would like to think that we can still function normally, we can't. And we here adapting as we go and touch and go, touch and go. This is crazy. Loud and clear, loud and clear. I see you. I see you. Shout out to the people in UK. Moms, we see you, the matriarch. Moms, we work on a new system tonight, trying something because the whole internet thing got intercepted. I'm not saying they did it on purpose or whatnot. Maybe it's just a bill issue. At least that's what I would tell people. But who knows? One thing I do know is that we're not going to give up on this, though, man. Like this isn't. But this is interesting because I would like to think that it's just a matter of doing what we were doing before. Apparently not. Apparently not. So seeing as how it doesn't look like I can find a button that tells me I can share my screen with you, I got to figure out how else to do it. So remember how we used to do it when we first started with the old cell phone and the old cell phone? Well, guess what? We're going to do that nevertheless. So this is what I'm going to show you right here. Back to basics, man. What they can't do is stop us. What they cannot do is stop us. So, like I said, I want you to go and check that link out. I posted the link inside the comments. I'll probably post it again. But this is the website, like I said to you before. Let me get it where you can see it. It's the World Economic Forum, strengthening the cybersecurity of the power grid. Y'all can see that? Oh, it's a little blurry now. Hang on. I don't know because there you go. Go type that in. Go type that in. Impact. Go type that in. Strengthening the cybersecurity of the power grid. You got to go and look at that website. Go check it out. And the reason I'm saying this because these are the same people that told you they're planning for some pandemic and it happened, along with other stuff they keep planning. They're talking about a grid. Now, why am I saying this? Only because remember the story of the Bible, the virgins, the 5 that were ready and 5 that weren't fully ready, but they were almost ready. I'm simply saying it would be better to be prepared and have an idea what you would and should do in a situation should it happen, as opposed to we going along as business as usual and it is not business as usual. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here trying to blow a whistle telling you that, oh my God, the sky is falling. Quick, somebody run to the hills. No. What I'm saying is that in light of all that's going on, the debate, the back and forth, all kind of stuff, the theatrics, the crap going on, the charges, although there might be some legit reasons for that, the child care board situation, you know what I'm saying? The, what's his name? Corey Lane situation. I won't even know if that's a situation at this point, man. But again, there's so much drama in Barbados. I'm telling you, days of our lives ain't got nothing on BIM right now. Like really, so much is happening. So somebody said, Andy was saying, signal jamming is real. Yeah, it's real, my brother. I was ready for the program Friday, and I was ready to go and hit. Bam, the whole thing shut right down. No internet, nothing. Everything blacked out. Like, wow. Okay, no problem. No problem. No posts and comments. You referring to me? Okay. Let me do it again just in case. Let me do it again just in case. Hang on. Let me go ahead and get it again. Let me go ahead and get that. Let me go and connect that for you real quick. All right. Select all. Copy. All right, Pedro. Okay, well now somebody there you go. Run and dropped it in the comments. Pedro, you see it in the comments? It's in the comments, Pedro, if you're looking. For those that are checking on, let me just see if I can. Okay. In real time, man. You gotta do this in real time. Anyhow, so that's what's going on there, family, if you're paying attention. For those paying attention. Shout out to Daffodil, folks abroad. Sean said, I can't right now because I at work on my phone. I'm sorry. I put the comments, I put the link in the comment. I think some other folks did the same thing as well. So I give thanks for that for sure. I know Ryan did drop a comment right there. World Economic Forum. Go check that out, family. Just for the sake of being aware and having an idea. I'm not saying again that I'm not trying to cry wolf here, not trying to bring no panic alarm. I'm saying be informed. Be informed. Because everywhere you look, you hear about this power grid. Trump keep talking about it. Everybody keep talking about it. They even talk about when the grid goes out at this point. You listen to a few speeches. Like I said, I had the whole program scheduled for you to show you they've been talking about this. Like they were talking about the other stuff as well. So no, we can't forget, man. Yes, Empress. No, speaking of forget, we can't forget Road to. People like they forgot about that. Nah, we ain't forget, man. But you know what? They got to deal what they got to deal with We got to deal what we got to deal with. Let us not be so distracted by this celebrity gossip that we miss what's going on and get caught like the five virgins who were ready originally, but because they didn't pay attention, well, they got caught, slipping. They got caught lacking. Can't have that. So they said, I on YouTube. Well, I just put it up, Pedro. I'm on YouTube. Ain't seeing none. Well, I noticed that recently too on my page. I noticed that the excited comments are not coming up. Yeah, no, okay, I got you. But I do notice that again, they're not coming up. I'm not sure how they're taking them down. But they well, we already know what's going on. So it ain't like we don't know. But like I said, go check that out. I don't have the other links because usually it's a bit tedious to get this stuff up and running. And I'm just trying something tonight, see how it would work out. Just as let me try and see. So, like I said, I refuse to stay down. I refuse to be shut out. I refuse to accept that I can't come and share with the family. So I finagled. I went back to basics. Now, this is not the old cell phone, and it's not two clothespins. This is a bit more sophisticated. I can tell you that, but perhaps a little too sophisticated. Still technology, but I never did this before. So I was trying something, and voila, ta-da, we here. So we know now that this could happen in case of emergency. We could always grab this and go. The thing about this is I can really grab this. If I wanted to, I can grab this and go. I really can. So it's good to know that. I was actually going to go outside tonight and do this from the patio. And I was like, nah, too much visibility. Might give my location. I'm in a remote location, like Bin Laden. I'm not in a cave though. I'm not in a cave, man, but I be on the low. I be on the low, man. It's like these people is crazy. I tell you they crazy. It's all right. We don't need disturbing the peace. We don't need to disturb the peace. But I give thanks to the family. I give thanks to y'all tuning in. Auntie Faye, where you been, Faye? I ain't see you in a minute, man. How you been? How the family? How the family, man? He said, the link is there, Pedro. Yeah, no, Pedro say you got it. Pedro say you got it, Sean. What happened for the last 5 years? Anything can happen. Listen, all I'm saying is that we know firsthand, those who've been paying attention, we know what's been going on. We could sit here and be distracted with politics going and coming. Don't think the politicians not in on this also. They are in on it. Notice how, right? Notice they talk the budget and everything. The one thing they did not talk about is the fallout from the thing the other day. Remember that Senate was asking to pass a bill that would give amnesty to employers from their employees for forcing them to take the thing. Y'all remember that? That somebody got up in Senate and was trying to propose a bill to give amnesty to business owners. Whatever happened to that, family? First of all, why would they even recommend that? So let us not play naive and get caught up with the politics. You know what I'm saying? And the same Senate, the same Senate and these same senators that a lot of folks be hailing nowadays, in reality, they approve all that other stuff before. So I don't get what all the fuss and hype is all about, me personally speaking, because they can't trick this Rastaman, I can tell you that. Because they sat there and voted. In fact, let me go a little further. They never voted against any of it. That's food for thought, family. So all I'm saying is that let's not be distracted by the theatrics of the politics and the politics. Let me stay focused. Remember what happened the last 5 years, like the brother just said. That link I just put up, go and check that out, is all I am telling you. Go check that out. It is an absolute must. Absolute must. And so that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yep, seeing the link. It's all coming. Listen, go, yo, Pam. I telling you, man. I feel at this point like Noah. I'm telling you, it's about to rain. Y'all ain't listening. It's about to rain. I'm telling you, it's about to rain. Go check this out. Go check this out. Almost 99% of the things we talked about on Politically Incorrect for the past how many years you've been on here, has come to pass. Those who paying attention have seen, it has come to pass. So you can't say you have not been told. So I'm not telling you go run out and buying a generator and all this kind of stuff. I'm saying, however, you might want to start looking at how you make choices. Right now, there's a silent recession going on. Yeah, the reason why food prices are so high, family, is because what? Let me see who can give me the answer. Tell me what your thoughts are as to why the food prices are so high. Tell me. I have a question. How can people get in free land in Barbados? How come people, hold on, I have a question. How come people get in free land in Barbados and people that live here can't get none free? You want the truth of that story, family? I don't know if you want the truth of that. If there's going to be a blackout in the United States and some European countries, what does that got to do with Barbados? Who control light and power? Well, understand, right? Light and power, they have upgraded their systems in the last few years. That's why all this new high rates and bill is all about, because of course they want to recoup the money. They've not told us that, but it just make perfect sense. I mean, think about it. Why increase the rates if you ain't did nothing, if you ain't changed nothing? So if it ain't costing you more than it was costing you before, the government still subsidized the oil. So, I'm just saying, what did they do? They went digital. And if they went digital, it means they're plugged into the grid. Now, the power outage, my brother, is not about just turning the power off. They're claiming that it's going to be a virus that infects the internet. And this virus is so dangerous that the only way they can purge it is to shut down the internet. And when they shut down the internet, everything that depends on the internet and commands from the internet or from the remote other location will be disrupted, including all grids that are off grid that they control via internet, and the water stations and everything else will be shut off. So yes, it affects Barbados as well. And so if it doesn't directly affect Barbados, by having the American grid shut down and America is experiencing chaos, it disrupts supply lines, it disrupts communication, it disrupts, the fallout is unprecedented. If you think about the type of fallout we're going to experience, we can't even begin to think about that. So it wouldn't matter who's prime minister. We keep talking Miss Montley. Miss Montley is merely admin for a period of time. The whole folks that run the program, we're about to find out. As far as the land empress, slaves are not allowed to own land. They're not allowed. Only free men allowed to have access to land. Slaves don't have access to anything. I don't see any comments, only mine. Like I said, I'm not sure. You on Facebook? It could be a reason for that, Daph. I'm not sure which one you on. If you on Facebook on Politically Incorrect page or you on my personal page, I'm not sure. But YouTube channel is a bit different, separated. So I'm not sure. It's a possibility. Which people get in land free? There's 3 platforms, Daffodil. There's my own personal page, but then there's Politically Incorrect, Facebook, Emmanuel Borrelia, Facebook, and then there's Politically Incorrect, YouTube. So you kind of got to pick your avenue. But let me know if you can see them or not. Andrew did that. Protect employers from lawsuits. Yeah, that's right. Why else would they want amnesty? Why else would they want amnesty? Crazy. That bill probably was passed in the dead of the night. You know what, King Alfred, I don't doubt you. I would like to go back and check. And again, why did Miss Hansen oppose this in her right consciousness? Why in her consciousness? Why did the 2 young men? Well, again, let me not say that because I don't know if they did or didn't do it. So I ain't gonna speculate. We don't know. But we need to take a look because it's in the Senate. You just gotta go back and watch some videos. That's the inbox group. Because if they did pass that, when they passed it, we can go look at the video and we can see who voted yay or nay. And then you'll know who with you, who for you, and who against you. You will know. As simple as that bill may sound to some, that is a serious, serious, serious thing, man. You have no recourse. Caswell spoke out on it. Really, Pedro? Really? Caswell spoke out on it. He wasn't even in the Senate when that came up. He might have spoke out on a particular platform, but he didn't speak out about the lawyers who stole the land from Miss Beckles. He didn't speak out about the lawyers who stole the property from Alex Mitchell's family, Viola, and what's her name? Henry. You know what I'm saying? He didn't speak out about the fact that the sister did not give the land to the RSPCA and the inheritance. He did not speak about the fact that, man, don't even start me on that. So I don't know. I gotta take Caswell with a grain of salt. Not even a grain of salt, but even less than a grain of salt. I don't even know if a grain of salt is even the right weight capacity to compare with what Caswell Franklin or Franklin Caswell says, And yes, I said that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got a whole program on my platform about that with the receipts for it. So I don't too particularly, you know how it is, man. I know what you're talking about, man. I heard Africans and I heard it's in Gemmots Lane. I don't know, don't lose me with the names. You referring to the fact that the bank was given the whole of Bay Street and Beckers Road, that portion of land right there. This same bank that gave Mark Maloney 100 million. I mean, you are referring to that bank and that 100 million? Well, I'm just saying we had a whole program on that too. So go back and watch it, family. Go back and watch it, man. I mean, I never seen it before in my life where a private investor is on the stage signing a loan that the government organized. I don't know. I'm not a politician. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. But we did a program on that too regarding the Hyatt Hotel. A lot of y'all may not have seen that, but they're in the archives, man. Go on YouTube, go on Politically Incorrect, click on lives, and you knock yourself out, man. Act like it's Netflix, man, and binge watch. It's a university course, I'm telling you, PhD level. They ask because the social partners run the show. Yeah, the social partners is the slaveocracy here. The WEF is a think tank for the UN. Well, that's why I'm saying, Pedro. I just hope the folks, like I said, I just want to come on tonight and drop that science. I'm trying to think here. I wasn't even sure how this was going to work, but I knew I wasn't going to stay away and not give you all the goodies because I get it, So my thing is, man, let's make it happen if we can make it happen. And so that's my thing. Let's make it happen. Yeah, I still here trying to see how I can best make this happen, for the people. But don't worry. We're going to get it. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. We're going to make it happen. Yes, we will. He who controls the fool controls the people. Yeah, Daffodil. I don't think the people really get that, though. I don't think they really get that at all. Yes, I know you spoke about everything. Yeah, but Beverly, what good is speaking about everything if no one is listening? When a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, the question is, does it make a sound? Does it make a sound? It is a blank base, and is it a blank base in Africa? It's not an African bank. Check the directors. Well, that bank is actually almost equivalent to like the World Bank version of, and Africa's version of the World Bank. That's basically what it is. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's some connections to the World Bank. So it's almost like a subsidiary of the World Bank, but it just, like you said, stationed in Africa. But, what do I know? Billy Boy said it in 1999. Well, again, we're not paying attention. So in other words, get rid of your Google and get rid of your Alexa, all smart devices in your home, get rid of them. Well, I ain't telling you get rid of anything. What I'm saying is that, and I like your question, by the way. I like how you phrase the question too. What I'm saying, my own thoughts is that we got to be able to, in the event that these systems crash or these systems fail, let us not become so dependent on them that we can't function, you know, because if we're so dependent on the system, the grid, and they take that, then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? As much as we may not want to call a spade, family, politics right now is what got the Caribbean the way it is. The politicians are the real problem. We got all these problems. When we think about this realistically, like when there's a traffic jam because of the lights or the roundabouts. I mean, the roundabouts work in terms of 4 cross. I get that. Don't get me wrong. Lights have their place as well. But when there's a heavy traffic flow and there's no lights working, traffic just flows smoother. The politicians, the government, the administrators is the problem in the region, man. Bottom line, if the people were given the opportunity to govern themselves in such a way, having the knowledge how to govern themselves, we would do way better than what is being done. We wouldn't have a fraction of the issues we currently have, because ideally there are people who are willing to put the things in place to help create sustainability in every community for the longevity of the people. But unfortunately, these administrators, the ones with the high degrees and the economists, all this fancy stuff, they are creating a system that will benefit the plantocracy. Right now, they said the world has I don't remember how many billionaires they have. They have probably over 100 billionaires or something like that. There's a whole bunch of them. Not a few. There's a bunch of folks that got billions of dollars. And if they were to contribute 1% or maybe 2% or even 3%, 3% of their whole earnings, if they all pool that together, they would eliminate the hunger crisis in the world, sickness in the world. They would eliminate the food issue one time, which is also leading to non-communicable diseases and a bunch of other stuff. They could eliminate it overnight. Overnight. But why would they do that? Because to do that would mean that, there's no more haves and have-nots, and they couldn't benefit off of those who didn't have. So why would I want to level the playing field if I'm in that position? Because they don't want to. This is why we, the people, are we losing power? If we don't pay attention, not only will we lose it on a physical level regarding the grid, but we'll lose it consciously, but not recognizing that we are the power. The people are the power. Working together gives us power. And that's what they don't want us to see. So keep us divided in all forms and fashion, in every way possible. And that's what's going on, man. Wasn't there a movie with a plot like this? What's the name of the movie? Yes, I'm on Facebook. There's 2 Facebook pages though. There's my personal page and it's politically incorrect. So I'm not sure which one you're on. But every day my Wi-Fi gives trouble. Listen, imagine you pay for Wi-Fi service on a monthly basis. And monthly basis, you're given a fixed price. You allow Wi-Fi uninterrupted for that. That's the contract. But yet, almost every night at a certain time, your Wi-Fi gets sketchy. And in some cases, it drops out, comes back, drops out, comes back. If you add those up in terms of minutes, how many minutes of Wi-Fi you lose on a daily basis, multiply it by a weekly basis, multiply it by a monthly basis, you are not getting your dollar's worth of service. The value. You're not getting the value, you're getting the value. So again, these are things that, because we don't measure it accordingly, because we don't pay that kind of attention, they get away with it. Did you sell Andy Wolf? Because who's really checking? So you go on your phone, it will tell you it's streaming, it buffering, low signal, this kind of stuff. Bad service, but they charge you big bucks for it, and you better not be a second too late. Otherwise, it's a wrap. Empress, you didn't contribute to my election campaign, so no free land for you. Sean, stop playing, man. Even the folks who campaign and get no free land. Trust me, they ain't get no land. You hear Mr. Thorne said he went to the houses down by Lancaster, and there's a disaster. That's what it is, man. And man, look, family. Let me ask you all a serious question, though. On a serious note, let me petrify. hold on, let me see what it says, Brian. Thanks for clearing that up. But we can go to Africa and get free land. I don't know about that. I keep hearing stuff, but I ain't sure. Barbara said not a real place. I keep hearing people say go Africa and get in land, but I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I speaking on the jobs. Okay, Badger, let me answer a question though. Let me answer a question. As an individual who have knowledge on how to help the people, sustain the people, should you approach the government, the administrators rather, with a proposal in an effort to benefit the people, or should you just work off grid and hope that somebody come up with an idea that can implement to help the people? How would you go about that, Pedro? If you can't see her comments either, because Daffodil is probably on my personal page, Ryan, and you're probably on politically incorrect. That's basically the only solution, the only conclusion I could come to. That one of y'all on politically incorrect page, and the other one is on my Emmanuel Borrelia personal page. So y'all may have to synchronize which platform y'all going to work on, or log into both on two separate devices. I know, I tell y'all, not even a grain of salt is dissolved. Wow. No comment on that one. I know where that's coming from too. I'm gonna leave it right there. That same energy you put forward, I don't hear on the crime servant. Well, Pedro, that is not true. You said that saying I did put forward on the crime servant. I like that. You obviously was not here during the COVID season, because trust me, it's not a biased scenario. They all get it, man. But I see you have favorites though, so perhaps that's probably what it is, man. I hope that you don't feel slighted by that, man. But like I said, I don't know. Everybody talked up about certain things, but the things that we should talk about, you can't be selective, Pedro. He is selective. So, that's why he's saying, man. Beatrice Henry was a female landowner in Barbados. I heard Ernest Montley, Ernest Mother Montley, campaign in 1961, as he said, he was given land to sell in the city owned by Beatrice Henry. I met her living in Lake Folly in 1973, opposite the gates of Evelyn Roach Ice Company. Really? You actually met the lady? Wow, that's amazing. You got to talk to Alex, Mr. Maycock. I am certain that he would love to hear that. I'd love to hear some more dialogue about what you have to say for sure. In fact, hold on a minute, man. I'm going to put it right here on the screen. I'm not sure if you had it from before, and I don't remember for sure, but I want to put it up here now. Let me drop it on. My number's on the screen. If you on WhatsApp, give me a shout, and let's have a dialogue about that. I'm sure Alex would love to hear more regarding Beatrice Henry. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about. We could talk about certain things and we should be doing other things. Nah, we impartial, man. But that's deep, man. Good night to you too, family. Greetings, greetings, greetings. As Ernest Watley said, Beatrice Henry gave him land to sell in the city during adult suffrage so that our people can have a vote. She shouldn't even been nominated as a national. She should have been. He said, "What? She should have been nominated as a national hearing." Listen, man, like for real. I realize you have some information, man. I would love to hear more about it for sure. And like I said, shout out to Alex Mitchell, by the way. Which referenced several days of darkness when the world grids went down. To be forwarded is to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Yeah. Well, I trust that people paying attention. Like I said, I had the whole thing lined up, but anyhow, I gave you the link. I posted it before. It's in the comments. Maybe if I can post it again. For those who are now coming on, let me see if I put it up. I'll put it up again for those who are now coming in. Go check that out. Go read what they're telling you. They're looking to run a scenario. I'm not saying they're planning this or not planning this. I'm simply saying let's pay attention. Let's not get caught how we got caught during the COVID season. Keep away from them. So keep away from them. We don't want nothing from Babylon. Can't. He said, you know, if I go about that to keep that land, I would got to tow the line. Man, Pedro, I'll be honest, right? And I'll tell you this. At this point, I don't even think it matters whether you tow the line or you cross it. You know, they're so busy following their orders to destabilize this place. They're not even thinking about individuals anymore. They have such a bigger plan in motion that they can't even take their eyes off it because it's a global thing. And a lot of them right now just scrambling, trying to get what they can get for themselves because they know what's coming. They're not studying. No, look how they from. Look at them. You really think they're studying the people? I mean, literally, you think they really? The things they do blatantly in your face. And no matter how you seem to keep noise, the only thing that caught them off guard was 789. I'm telling you, because it wasn't driven by no union, wasn't driven by no politician or no political party. It was the people of the land, the people of this nation, those ancient warrior spirits that came up, rose up, and was like, wait a minute, y'all really think this going on like that? There are folks there who not going to take it. And there are folks in the background just waiting for the alarm to sound. I know there's a lot of folks who want to watch it on YouTube and probably catch a few moments. We know that, but we ain't concerned with that. Everybody got a role to play. Let them play their role, man. Is concerned about the number of young people having strokes and heart attacks. They're saying it because they know what's coming next. They know what's coming next. They know. And like they don't know, they were told. I mean, I heard somebody talk about grant money. Lots of grant money. Big grant money. Free money. Free money. It was free money. Well, grant money isn't free money, just for the record, family. If you're given grant money, it is associated with something you have to grant the grantor. For example, if you want to take the free samples of unauthorized vaccines, you have to return the survey and the information that you collected, the data you collected. So you got to collect data on what was the response like, what was the effects like, and you got to return that information. That's just how it goes. If somebody give you a grant to do a project, X, Y, and Z, yes, you get the grant, it's free money, but the money is not free. There's something you have to do. You have to run a test on the children in guise of some beneficial ID and give the information to the bank. For whatever reason, we don't know. We don't know who paid the bank to collect that data, although they said they locked it up. They got hacked the other day. Who knows if the information was leaked then? We don't know. They have said nothing. Miss K ain't even the Minister of Education no more. She's out. She ain't want nothing to do with no children. Nothing. I gonna work on economics instead. I can't take them. I can't take them. Perhaps I won't say that. Let me not say that. Anyhow, family, like I said, what time is it, man? Almost an hour. We've been on here a little while. Let me go. Grant money. You know what? Let me tell you what is free money. Free money is when you tell and convince an entire country, whether they're plugged into it or not, that we're going to collect a sewage tax from you. Ms. Motley always talk about the lost decade. The DLP did nothing. The DLP did nothing. Lost. The last prime servant, lost. The Minister of Finance, lost. Although he claimed he had some brilliant ideas, I ain't touching it. But check this out. What she has not done is say, well, look, they add on a sewage tax at the time because they couldn't figure out how to fix the sewage. We came in and in 2 tools, we fix it. Shout out to Mr. Power, by the way. Big shout out to Mr. Power. Great job. In case y'all didn't know who was involved in that. Shout out to Mr. Power. So we did that. But did she remove the sewage tax? No. We left that in place. That is free money. Because you're paying for something that you're paying for a service that don't even apply to you. Period. Meanwhile, the hotels who bring in excess of the 300,000 people in Barbados, almost 3 times that to be exact, perhaps to the minimum, at least to the minimum. Guess what? They get all the concessions in the world. And you got to pay that on your water bill. The contribution. That is free money. And it doesn't look like they're moving it no time soon. Hold up. What was the total amount of money they collected thus far with the sewage tax? The sewage extortion? But that's what it is. Friendly extortion. What is the amount of money they collected? Anybody knows? Who returned from the diaspora in Ghana? You have to pay for your plot. You have to pay for your plot. Yep, they said that they stole and put Carl Williams on it. You mean the unprecedented number of strokes and heart attacks in young people caused by climate change? Yeah, the climate change. The room got cold. Greetings, family. Shalom, shalom. He said, you got piece of land promised to you. Rasta don't even promise, Pedro. We don't even promise. Take the land from them, as you said. But I would take the land for sure. I ain't gonna take it, period. That's just my position. So nothing is free. For sure, man. She said it's 11:11. Is that time for real? Oh, shucks, you was right. I didn't realize. All right, family. Nah, Pedro, man. You see, I know for a fact that we as a people can do better once we organize and centralize ourselves properly. To make it seem like only these individuals that we put in that they're selected is the only ones with brain power to make the best decisions is a naive and very narrow-minded way of thinking for any people. And furthermore, to make the assumption that the only other option would be the additional party that you came and found. That's even more naive. Truth is, Barbados had way more political parties before independence than it does now. Way more. As far as what happened to them, well, they probably amalgamated somehow, I don't know. But in reality, the people of Barbados have always been brilliant people. And I think at this point, it's time to tap back into that brilliancy, start to recognize, and I said it before, I'm going to say it again. The Bible tells us to come out of her, my people. When we see the writing on the wall, it means it is time to come out of her. So let's come out of her. Shout to Faith, by the way, and Barbados National Congress. Let's do that. Because if we don't put things in place, nothing is going to be there. Nothing. Because their job was never to put anything in place for you. Their job and only job is to maintain order or the plantocracy and control how you and I think. Control the thinking of the people. That's it. Garbage collection on the bill. Man, I ain't even touching it. And she flying the world. And she flying the world begging reparations. Amazing. Listen, what is Pedro? What is the amount of money she collected thus far from the sewage tax and the garbage collection tax? Exploitation, because that's what it is, not tax. Although all tax is the same, exploitation, so I guess I could call it tax. I have a major issue with the sewage contribution. A contribution is voluntary. I did not agree for 43% of my water bill total to be sewage tax. Is it really 43%? Man, hold on, man. I missed in action. I don't think it was is it really 43% of the bill goes towards sewage tax? Stop playing, man. Stop playing. I never vote before. I like um I like the theater. I like the theater, yeah, it brings. I see it now. I see you, Pedro. Well, the theater, the theatrics, man, I don't know what to tell you about that, man. All I'm going to tell you, right? I would like to know how much money did the government of Barbados, the administrators of Barbados, we got to call them who they are. They're not the government, the people of the government. They're just the administrators. How much money did the administrators collect over the last, well, since the inception of that contribution, which is supposed to be voluntary as far as I'm concerned, because the contribution, they make you think is mandatory. Go and tell them to show you the law that says it is mandatory. I would like to see that. So because, keep in mind, the Water Authority is partly a private company. I want y'all to understand that. It's partly private. So when the Water Authority collect this money, where does the money go? And who is keeping the books in Water Authority? Let the government know how much money they collect. But don't forget, not everybody paying the water bill. Pedro said we are not allowed to see. Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. Family, what? It's over an hour, man. I'm about to here, man. All I'm saying is that I gave you the link. Go check it out. I got the other information. I didn't get to present it, but go do your research if you're serious about this life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Politically incorrect. I'm telling you, man. What more can we say? Come out of her, my people. Barbados National Congress. Y'all already know. That's what it is, man. Building communities and building relations. It's not about being an individual. It's being collective security, connected with other groups that are building their nation collectively and growing in strength. It's just a coalition of people. It's a coalition of united people. Simple. We don't have to think the same way. We don't have to have the same religion. We don't have to have the same philosophy, ideology. What we must have in common is good ways, man, and what's right for the people. Morally, spiritually, sound, right for the people. Divine order run things, man, that we're dealing with. So I calculated it, 42% of my bill total. And not all houses have the storage system. Man, look, it's crazy. We're still waiting for them to clear the rubble from the fire that took place since the 30th of November. Harboring rats and mosquitoes. Wow. What is the MOH jobs? What is the MOH job again? Family, look, man. Good night to you too, family. And give me a shout first. Like, coup is a coalition of united people. Yeah, we need a coup in Barbados urgently. But it coming. It coming. It coming. I know y'all would have seen that video of that machine, that black machine that's going around, driving around. I know y'all seen it. But like I said, if you want to know who is planning the riot, look at who's preparing for it. I'm going to say it again. If you want to know who is planning for a riot, look at who's preparing for it. Food for thought. Because Barbadians have never, throughout the history of this season, as a country, not as a plantocracy or colony, that's a different conversation. But as a country, Barbadians have never displayed that level of aggression towards any politician, unless it was a personal matter involving somebody trying to leave somebody's house in the middle of the night and the gate won't open or close. But that's just hearsay. Or some other minister in some other scenario I won't even get into any details, but my point is Barbadians have not shown a level of aggression, even in their walks that they've been having, according to the prime servant, every 2 weeks, to the point where it would warrant the level of sophisticated machinery and artillery, I'm sure, to keep people at bay. That show of force is an indication that they're trying to re-enslave you, because that's supposed to invoke fear. So all I'm going to say is, you can see how barbecues are created. I guess we're going to be serving politicians at stake, right? Greetings to you too, family. We see you. Divine greetings to one and all. Had another fire again? Cheese on bread. Do they want that entire area? It all starting to make sense. It's all starting to make sense, because you think about that entire area going forward, man, I ain't gotta tell you. It's a very densely populated housing community in Barbados. That whole Backers Road, opposite Bay Street, the beach. All them houses down there, beachfront property, man. Condominiums, man. Communities, gated communities, oceanfront views. Man, we getting it. Getting it. Join the Love March on Saturday, the 22nd. March from Folkestone, St. James, 10 a.m. This Saturday, posting them home against the rest. Stealing the land for development. Okay, I see it now. This is from Sunny Onion. Okay. Give thanks for tuning in. There's a request being made here, folks. Hold on a second. They're asking to join the Love March on Saturday, the 22nd of March. It's being started at Folkestone, St. James. That's that park. That's down there by St. James Parish Church. I think that's the parish church. I could be wrong, but the church in Whole Town. If I don't quote me on that. Forget the church, but it down there next to the church. I don't know what church that is. Next to a church down there, Folkestone. So it's starting at Folkestone at 10 a.m. and they're going up somewhere, I guess, this Saturday. They're protesting the stealing of land for development. If I'm honest, Miss or Mrs. Sunny, Barbados was already stolen for development. That's just a reality. They've been doing that from the inception. They've been doing it all along, and been continuing to be done all along. If we're going to single out whole town, we might as well single out the whole island. If we're going to claim a place, let us not just focus on one spot. Let us focus on a lot more than just whole town. In fact, I think we can wrap that whole package together, including Drax Hall, including all the plantations. I think it's important that we not separate this fight into small pods, because if we do it that way, and I've been saying it before, we exhaust ourselves pointlessly, trying to win these little battles when we should be focused on winning the war. There's nothing wrong with winning a battle or two, but you can win a battle and still lose the war. I think once we keep focused on the war, we operate accordingly and we have greater success. But join the family on Saturday, the 22nd, and support any cause that bring awareness to the people. That's what it's about, bringing awareness. So, hear you loud and clear. All right, Jackie. I guess. Wait a minute. I'm okay, Jackie. Thanks for that. You might be now tuning in. I got you, Jackie. We further down. Yeah, I'm working on a really tiny screen with tiny everything. I tell you, but you know what? We went back to the two ironing board. Well, two close pin on the ironing board and the cell phone. Not really quite, but a little bigger than that. Working with a tablet. It would be to keep us in check. That's right, Andrea. That's the whole point. Intimidation tactics. Yeah, we know. But the thing with, man, when it comes to war, right? And especially guerrilla war, because it would be guerrilla warfare if they're going to ride that route. The thing with guerrilla warfare is that while they use the pawns to push forward as intimidation tactics and whatnot, the best way to end that is you don't go at the minions, you go at the heads. If you go at the heads, things change. Have different conversations, because Barbados is not that kind of place. And this minister talking about, oh, tourism, building this, building that, building that. The world right now is about to go in a recession. So I don't know what he's talking about. And on top of that, food scarce. And there's potential blackouts to come. I know what tourism he's talking about. This is bare money laundering they're talking about. Bare money laundering, man. So what them do? So when them do all this, where are Bajans going to live? Daffodil, man. Shalom, shalom, family. Greetings, family. I know what to tell you, Daffodil. Where we going to live? Don't forget, right? According to the census, according to the same administrators who've been keeping the books, the plantocracy, because them is the ones who be the most administrators are the plantocracy. Don't let them fool you. Same slave owners, same children of the slave owners, ain't nothing changed. They tell you that there used to be over 600,000 enslaved Africans in Barbados. Over 600,000. That was reduced to 200 and something. So when you ask Daffodil where the Bajans going to live, that ain't really the question. Not where they're going to live. Will they be alive? Gentrification, gentrification loading. Somebody see what's going on, man. Somebody come take a look at this. It was a faulty gas line. From what I heard, 3 people seriously hurt. Wow. I hope not, man. Prayers going up for them. Yeah, if that's the case, the Empress, if that is the case, for sure, send enough kinetic energy towards the family if they were injured in that fire, for sure. We gotta look up for each other, man. You soon won't be able to enter certain parishes if you let them. You talking, right? But this thing getting crazy, man. Parish church. Okay, so it's the parish church in St. James, family. It was confirmed by my local web Oxford dictionary here, encyclopedia, Mr. Pedro. And somebody say, okay, it is including all areas of BIM. Okay, give thanks. Gemmett's Road, Old Town, Joe's River, Gibbs Gully, South Coast. Okay. I wasn't fully aware, Sonny. Give thanks for the correction. Politically incorrect. We not correct. Correct us. I give thanks for that. But that's what I'm talking about. My thing is that, you know, we got to take this very serious, because, you know, the land, the laws, you know, we talk about the land being sold, but there are laws in place that allow that. So my thing is, yes, we could talk about this and talk about that, but there need to be some things changed in terms of how they do this. If they put down these clauses that any investor coming to Barbados looking to invest in land for hotel, for example, you're allowed to lease that land for no more than 25 years. After 25 years, that contract you first had, although Barbadians will have to have at the very least 49% of the shares of that market, so that 45% of the profits from that entity stays in the country. It gets distributed distributed within the framework of the organization, meaning all local staff is entitled to shares of that same entity, so that they can financially benefit. Not like the minister said about jobs. That's slavery. That's how you know he off the plantation. He either is a house Negro looking after a master house in his absence. Well, he didn't really write it, so I really can't blame him. But either way, he's the same thing, because he thinking about, you should be happy you get a job. I'm thinking, brother, we're looking to build houses. What are you talking about jobs? We're looking to build generational wealth for the children and the children's children. We're going to need land for that. And you and I both know that, since you're an economist, a job isn't going to give you that opportunity. especially at the rate in which y'all got these land prices going right now. Nevertheless, my thing is that by doing it that way, after 25 years, you got to renegotiate that contract. In which case, though, again, the increase of the ownership for the people in the nation, we will take it from here. You make yours and you go. We can't allow folks to come and exploit us, exploit our resources, exploit our people, exploit the land by bringing people in, making money off it, and then the people and the money leave too. Like, who does that? That's how you know these politicians do not and have never cared for the people of this nation. I mean, they tell you this every year in the budget. They literally tell you, but we are so subject to understand what we hear. They say we don't analyze it for ourselves and we never see the mystery of their story. But it's written in plain sight, man. So yeah, I agree that we should speak on the land and whatnot, but I also firmly believe that we're going about this partially incorrect. Yes, let's bring awareness, but also the walk in Whole Town would be more effective, Sonny, if it was a walk in Parliament come Tuesday. I ain't knocking Whole Town. That sounds like a nice beach excursion. We all for it. But in addition to that, come Tuesday, some of the same folks that show up in Whole Town for this particular walk should be in Parliament Yard, man. Point blank. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But anyhow, good night, family. Good night. We looking to roll out of here. It's been a while, family. I'm trying to get through the comments, man. Um, our protests don't phase them because they know what they have already done and believe we have no say. You know what, Andrea? Shout out to Fade, by the way. Shout out to all the Fade people. Shout out to the whole Fade family. Shout out to all the Fade people going and coming. Shout out to Barbados National Congress. That's right. And I have an announcement to make soon, but that's an in-house thing, though. Nevertheless, we get it. I know they don't think that the people got the power, but the people have the power. So yes, we can come together. Although they don't take the walks as serious as they ought to, what they will take serious, that walk pull up in their front yard in Parliament. I could tell you that. I could tell you that. And no, you don't need permission to do that. Because when they ask you a question, if they answer you a question, simple, and it's very simple, you are allowed to attend Parliament to see what's going on. You're allowed to go there. So they can't stop any amount of people from coming to Parliament at any one given time. They can't. So you ain't got to, be all theatrical about it. Be strategic about it. Don't write for no permission from no police. Don't do that. Don't do that. All about the land always has been serious. These people leading the people right off a cliff. People need to wake up. Well, Daffodil, no, I think that's, the walks do bring awareness, and I do support it from that standpoint. I don't doubt that it has an impact. I don't think it has the level of impact it ought to. But like I said, I think that in addition to other tactics would be definitely more effective. And I'm saying that from someone who's involved in that one walk that shook this nation. So yeah, I'm speaking with authority, man. If they have, they will. And they will squash us those who we made into the middle of the island where we will be more manageable if we let them. They want to put the folks in the gullies, man. When they want the gully, they don't there now. That man was reading something given to him. You mean the teleprompter economist? He was, but he got it from Master, so it's the same thing. All right, all right. So I'm still here. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know something. That was just a whole glitch. Y'all don't want to know. Yeah, but that's all right. I ain't gonna wrap it up anyhow. For those who stayed on, give thanks. And yeah, we was in the building. I don't know if y'all was still seeing it, if it was frozen or what happened. On my side, Pedro, I don't know, man. I hope I don't know. Anyhow, let me go ahead and just get out of here. Um, they're doing what IMF tell them um, to do, privatize the land. Basically, tourists will see the march and spread over the world on social media. No, no, like I said, it brings awareness. So I'm all for that. The thing is that after we spread this all across the world, you see the problem is here, how does the world see Barbados? How does the world see Barbadians? And so it's okay to say yes, it will see all over the world about the land being sold. It's just amazing, really. I I have a slightly different opinion on that. But I agree, it brings awareness, and anything that brings awareness is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. But I still think that these kind of engagements must be done strategic and very strategic. I, for the most part, we may not want to be honest about stuff, but I hope that a lot of the I don't even know if I should say that the white Bajan population come on out as well, and the few that do come out are usually not necessarily the white Bajans that we would normally see coming out. But yeah, I said it because that's just the reality. White Bajans, black Bajans, all these Bajans. You would think that you have one common, But the problem is the plantocracy is who run the country, and the plantocracy is the private sector. So a lot of these tourists, man, they give you that plastic smile. They look at us like trained monkeys. Yep, the gray monkey. Anyhow, Sunday it is, family. Everywhere republic now, does the crown still own the land? If not, who does? Well, that's just it. The crown don't own the land. In fact, the crown still owns the land. The problem is they never identify who the crown was, or rather who the crown is. We the people is the crown they're referring to. That's why the administrators don't ever tell you that, and they put laws in place to keep you in the dark, keep you busy getting jobs and paying bills and storage taxes, and we ain't paying attention to really what's going on. Imagine we asking what is ours. If you go and take that land right now, what they going to tell you? What can they tell you? The same way they taking it, what can they tell you? Reset them, man. Reset them, man. We got to stop this. We got to stop this idea that they running the program. They only running it because we don't have a governing body. The reason why the Islamic community get the success they have, or the Syrians, or even the Palestinians in Barbados, you believe that? And the success they get it because they function from a government perspective. So it's government to government. We function like what? Groups against each other, groups to group to group. We don't approach them at that level. They look at us like we don't even have no sense on that level. That's why they function how they function. They literally stand up in parliament and tell you how they plan to exploit and rape you. And, that's it. You won't hear nothing else. You don't hear nothing else, man. Not a word, man. So that's all I'm saying, family. Yes, bring awareness. I'm all for awareness. But again, man, tourists, for the most part, man, you ask most people working in hotels, some of the guests, some pleasant, very pleasant. Some of them, man, they racist as ever. If they could take your whole land, they would take your whole land. Those investors that come in here and buy up all the land, they don't have a problem taking your land. They don't have no problem taking it. They don't like you. They don't even want you around them. That's why they socialize separate to you. They'll use you to come and do certain things though, like put on stilts and jump around, jump around, jump around, get down. They do that. They love to see the women walking up. They love that. but they ain't socializing with you. And even if they socialize with you, they don't want to get money with you. Let me talk facts. They don't invite you to when they're having their economic discussions. Come bring your little 2 cents and get these shares and get involved. They got you out there planting season, KYT and all, YK, blessed circle, flower, fade, the black, wake up, whatever they call it. I don't know. But they don't ever call you when it's time to get money. They ain't walk you down to the bank and say, bank man, get my people here alone. They ain't doing that. You know what I mean? That's just the reality of it. So although I don't have an issue with supporting certain movements, and if we ain't gonna be honest about it, it don't make no sense. It's about economics, man. And I ain't hear nobody talking, no common discussion, how we gonna empower people in Barbados when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Folks too busy saving the turtles, man. Walaikum assalam, bro. I see you famous all over, man. You can't they love to talk about the people, man. Look, all you can do is just keep doing the work, bro. Keep doing the work. That's all you can do. Cause they're gonna talk regardless, man. You just keep doing the work, man. That's it. That's it, man. Pedro, the Motley family owns the land. Which land? You talk whole town, Pedro. In which case, they could sell it to who they choose to sell it to. The question is, how did they get it? I'm sure that belonged to Beatrice somehow. Greetings, family. I'm telling you, man, Pedro, but I don't know. Does Motley family own whole town? Is that what you mean, Pedro? Somebody don't like the conversation. We're lost. Nah. Oh man, I don't know. I don't is that what Andrea, is that the case? Did I miss something? Because I was out for a minute. I don't know. Did I miss something? Pedro, Motley's sister. I don't know. I think she just got a job or something. She married that guy from Australia or something, family. We did a whole program on that too. If y'all remember. We discussed Miss Motley's sister at some point. Pedro, you might have missed that one though. The land wants called Barbados. No trading. Pedro, stop it, man. I don't how anyone see I know how I see I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure we're getting on there, Pedro. I might have missed something. Oh, I wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I guess that I guess the G was missing from that. Look, man, cut it out. Land wants call, but there's no trading. We were on pause for a while. Yeah, family. It was a little glitch, but we up and running. I gonna come out of here shortly, man. We out of here now though. But all I'm saying, family, is there's a walk on Sunday from the Folkestone up until the, I guess, whole town somewhere. I saw that earlier. And I'm telling you folks to go out. The time is, I think it was 10 o'clock. I mean, oh yeah, here it is. Join the Love March on Saturday, the 22nd of March from Folkestone, St. James, 10 a.m. this Saturday, protesting them stealing the land for development. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is in conjunction with Marcia Weeks and the camp. The other folks who have been down there, I think they had a roadside parliament as well. I heard that was very well attended and a lot of folks spoke at that. And so they are making waves and bringing attention to what's going on in Old Town. So go ahead and join if you can on Saturday, the 22nd again. Folkestone, like I said, is near the parish church. I think it's right next to it. This is when you pass Trent's before you get to Westmoreland and Collie Club and them other joints. If you get to Collie Club, you're going too far. But it's right in the middle of Folkestone Park. Beautiful, beautiful place. I love going down there. Actually, I love it down there. It's my little secret getaway beach sometimes. The water's very peaceful and it's a little rocky, but I like the adventure. So you can join us down there on Saturday. I think that is about it here. That is how you reference the tourist CS. That's for how you reference. Okay, I got you. Nah, I with you, Pedro. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I was watching this. I was watching it, and I posted it here as well. A BBC program. It was on the BBC, BBC 4 to be exact. It was BBC 4, and what was it? It was talking about folks in the Caribbean and how they were seeing us in terms of John Locke and others talking about people in Barbados, and Barbadians are a result of a sexual union between Africans and chimpanzees. They actually said this. This was a BBC special, BBC 4. You can go look it up. I think it was called Racism and something else. Or I'll try to find it again. But it's on BBC. And it was talking about Barbados. And they said Barbados, especially Barbadians, are people that came from a sexual union. So this is what they teach these Europeans for the most part, man. I was like, whoa. No wonder they act how they act when they see people in Barbados, man. Like trained monkeys, like I tell you. But anyhow, I follow you, Pedro. I got you on that. That easy. Until we the marginalized and suppressed people of the Caribbean get act together, collective, and gain control of our economic agenda, we will not progress and get out of this mess. It's a fact, Elder, and I give thanks. That's why I said I don't mind, I'm just saying, man, when we're gonna start coming together for economic reasons, we come together for a lot of things and do a lot of things, man. When are we going to come together, pool resources, and start building our own hotels, man? Taking over some of these same hotels and managing ourselves with the best service in the world, Caribbean style, with nothing but Caribbean cuisine and Caribbean drinks. We ain't importing nothing. We serving what you get here, when you get here. We ain't bringing what you got there here. If you want what you got there here, might as well stay where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in, don't do that. Anyhow, let me go. Hold on, Pedro said BBC. Hold on, I'm missing it. He said BBC is fake news, far left. I'm not even doubting it. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that there are millions of people in Europe watching that program, though. I can tell you that, fake or real. The pandemic, despite what they were saying, a lot of folks bought into that, whether it was fake news or not. A lot of people bought into it. I'm only concerned with the fallout. And so that's my position, man. So that's how I look at it. Even if it's fake, there are people who accept it as real. Keep that in mind, man. We the 5%ers, Those who watch this program are the 5%ers. We the 5%ers. We the 5% nation. Keep that in mind, man. We're not the 84%. We're the 5%. In fact, I go a little deeper. We the 5%, not the 85%, put it that way, which is 90. And we're not the 9% that keep the 1% safe. I'm gonna say that again. We're the 5%, not the 85% population. And we're not the 9% that keep the 1% safe. Study it. And your family, on that note, Emmanuel has left the building. Thanks for staying. We end up staying longer than we expected, man. We had a little glitch though, Andrea, but we still here. By Wednesday, we should have this resolved. This should be resolved. We should be up and running by then. Actually, I'm going outside right now to do some planting. I got some plants I want to pot. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm going outside and put some plants in the ground. I've been buying, I got a project to show y'all. Whenever I go to the market, now I've been buying chives lately, only that have the roots on them. So, if you can find them. Some people give you them, some people don't give you them. Although I'm usually very concerned about chives with roots. I always wonder, why would a farmer pull up the chives? But then again, sometimes some farmers say they grow better from a seed than from a cut. I don't know. But what I've been doing is taking my chives or buying them from the market with the roots, cut off the chives I need, take the roots, put them in a pot, and I let them grow. And I'm proud to say, man, that they've been looking, I got some healthy looking bunches, just different pots, a whole bunch of bunches of chives. And it gives me a business idea, man, selling kitchen gardens in like different, pods. Like you got a four section and you got this here, and it's just a bunch. That'll sustain a family. Just clip what you need and leave the rest. So if you go to the market and you're buying herbs and vegetables, plant the seeds. You know, you got a chain link fence. Plant the passion fruit. Plant the spinach. You need spinach, the rice, spinach in the sauce, spinach in everything. You know, you need your fresh herbs, your garlic, your chives, your pestos, your basil, and start to do stuff, family. Start to plant. Show to Bishai, for sure, for sure. The whole elder, love the elder, and we're doing some things. So let's continue to work and go forward. Yes, family. Keep good, family. Y'all be safe, be wise, rather, and these times, and don't be distracted. Do not be distracted. But I'm definitely going outside now and plant some plants. I got some plants to repot. And I have some flowers to plant. Believe it or not, I'm actually planting flowers too. Encourage the bees to come around. You see what I'm saying? So I entire this plant food, plant flowers as well. Bees love the flowers, so pollinate and get things going. Anyhow, family, love and light all day, every day. Y'all keep good, like I said, and we will connect in a couple of days. Let me see if we get this thing up and running properly. But again, I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks. Haile Selassie first, Empress was there, Menin. One perfect balance. We the people of the Caribbean, we gonna save ourselves, man. Thy kingdom come. I don't even know how to log off of this one now. I gotta figure this one out. Don't ever play a tune, right, family? You know that already. I wouldn't even know where to find a song now. I wouldn't even know how to get a song on here now. But I gonna figure it out because we're gonna figure it out. We will figure this one out for sure. For sure, for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. All right. I don't even know how to get it. I wouldn't even know how to get it on here. But before we used to do the old school way, you remember the old school way? We used to play it from one device to another. Anyhow, that's okay. I'll see y'all on Wednesday, family. That's what's up. Any final thoughts before we roll out? Let me see real quick. Pedro said 5% of what? 5% of those who actually know what's going on. That's the 5%. The 5% trying to teach the 85% about the 9% who protects the 1%. That's what it is, Pedro. Really 5%, man. Have a good night, family. Pedro said 0 point. Pedro. I can't wait to see you, Pedro. I get you classic, man. Planting in the middle of the night. Yo, Sean, you all in my business, man. Nah, ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that. Cuts are great. Uh, uh, nah, I be planning the cuts for real. No, I do. I had some I got from my friend on down by Spring Garden, Barvin. So to Barvin, by the way. Y'all gotta check Barvin out on Saturdays, man. They be having some really good deals. In fact, I'm gonna give an official shout out to Barvin. I think it's called Barvin. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me. But they do have a lot of good deals down there. The folks who come out, they usually good people, good vibes, good energy. They got a lot of good products. One of my favorites I go there for is the Edo Punch. This is a message to all the men. There's a place on there that sells drinks, natural juices and drinks. They have a drink. The beetroot is official for the blood, but the Edo Punch. Ask them for the Edo Punch. I gonna let the secret out the bag. The Edo Punch, right, is Viagra in a bottle. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It is Viagra in a bottle. So if you have issues, there's your answer. If you don't have issues, there's your cape. They gonna think the wife gonna think you is a superhero. Anyhow, fellas, go down there and get that. It's good for the women too, just for the record. But they do have some good stuff down there, man. And so check out Marvin on Spring Garden when you get a chance, man. Support the people all day, every day. Good night to you too, family. Love and light for you too as well. Daffodil said, Edo Punch, I give my children from small. Yeah, Pedro, you might need that, man. It better than finger grow. Yeah, I ain't joking. But I ain't gonna use the word better. I let me not use that because I can't quantify it. But what I will say though is that I've had finger grow before. It's all right. See that Edo Punch? Gee, don't bread. I do. And it was an elderly one of the elder women in St. Vincent who told me about the Edos because I was questioning her. How is it possible that the youngest child in St. Vincent working on a farm, the smallest child, got so much energy and so much strength, like lifting that 100 pounds of sacks of yams and just throwing it up and running and picking up one and two. And I'm like, y'all got to be kidding me, man. I mean, she told me what it was. I was like, nah, I ain't drinking no edibles. You're mad. That's like, nah, I ain't messing with it. But then somebody gave me one. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try it. And let me tell you something, right? Enough said. Enough said, man. Get the edible punch. That's what I'm going to tell you fellas. Sisters, you get it too. I think the women should learn to make it for the men at home. It can't go wrong. It's a win-win situation. Let's restore love in the families, right? And all our issues will be resolved. The reason why they do what they do, because we disorganize. We're not centralized. If we was working as one unit collectively, they would never risk selling our property. They wouldn't risk it. But they know that, keep us divide and rule. This is them only plan. Anyhow, family, we're gonna connect on Wednesday. Y'all keep, like I said, keep wise in these times and stay true to yourself, man. All right? Love and light, like I said, and we're gonna connect. And I'm looking for a button. I can't even find the buttons, but I'm gonna figure it out.